Thanks, Mark. Morning, everybody. I'm Ann Eberly-Thomas, co-founder and CRO of On Pepper. And you'll pardon a couple notes this morning. I'm pinch hitting for my co-founder, Pulak, as I speak. So great. Thanks, Anessa. So does anybody know what global GDP is within a couple trillion currently? Any guesses? 97 trillion. So it's apples to oranges to the global global AUM up there, but it just gives you an idea of the size at about 127 trillion of global AUM. And on the right is the fastest growing area in asset management, which is the alternatives. These two areas are sitting on just oceans of data, which on one side present a lot of complexity, and on the other side are just a gold mine for asset managers. And then when you add on the secondaries industry to alternatives and you get into the different layers of data that need to be looked through, it makes it even more complex. So the headwinds facing, especially the alternative industry, are the regulatory framework and the increasing competition, which requires much more marketing, and marketing in the sense of really understanding what the value opportunity is for investors. These are McKinsey charts, and according to them, the traditional paradigms of investment are being upended. And so there you enter asset tech. Asset tech is fintech meets asset management. There's a term that's actually coined by my co-founder Pulak. And so as asset managers need to show profitability to their investors, they're investing more into asset tech. But really what's key here is deriving simplicity and decision-making data from all the complexity that I mentioned before. And so data management is absolutely key. So this is a field study that we did recently. And as you can see, it shows that asset managers want to be here with their technology, but they're here at this point. And so there's a big disparity. But one of the key themes, the key recurring themes that came out of this is the need to have, as we call it, future-proofing, or as McKinsey calls it, an all-weather asset management program. And so really what's key to that is flexibility and a strong technology foundation. And so our premise is that technology needs to be built from the ground up on native cloud, because it has to be able to take advantage of the ability for efficiency and ecosystem and innovation. And so especially in the alternative world, which is, say, roughly about 40 years old, the alternative world has been extremely innovative, right? Starting with, traditional private equity, moving into private credit, moving into the secondaries industry, and choosing, different kind of marketing aspects of all of those. On the other hand, the technology that's come along has been very point driven, very functional driven. And so there has not been a connectivity, and there's just a massive amount of data leakage. And so that really needs to be brought together. And so building on native cloud allows companies to take advantage of that. They can do things like take advantage of, 1 minute, okay. AI/ML for document reading, for the loads of PDFs coming in and out, not just to read the key information they need to plug in, but to read that entire document and to be able to make sense of that and to load that into the data set that they need. I'm gonna move to the next slide since I only have about a half a minute. So AI is one of the things that Pepper is deeply investing in right now. And so just a quick summary on investment focus. I won't linger too much on crypto because it's painful for many people right now, but really, one of the, in a little bit different lens into investing in crypto and what we see as future investing in AI. In crypto, it was exciting to see a potential alternative currency, right? But in AI, the opportunity is in creating solutions that nobody even thought of before. So, when you shout out to Ohio, when you drive to Tip City, at Thanksgiving, and you want to see what the traffic's going to look like along the way, you can go online and you can, on your app, and you can see that, all driven by AI. But as investors look at AI ML investments, I think there's 3 key things to look at, and that is team, technology, and data. You have to have the right team with the business experience and very deep tech, and you also have to have a very deep data set. A lot of companies have 2 of these things. Very few have 3 of these things.
Come join our 361 firm community of investors and thought leaders. We have a lot of events created by the community as we collaborate on investments and philanthropic interests. Join us.